All right, guys, so we are in the Bitterroot Mountains. I'm hiking with Mr. John Hale here. So we're headed up one of the creeks. We're gonna meet up with Jordan Jonas, and his brother Nate Weber is gonna be up here, and we're just gonna do some filming around one of Jordan's wilderness survival classes that he's got going on. There's a very diverse group of folks. A lot of them have probably never been in the woods before.
I'd say the majority never been in the woods.
From New York City, LA, Miami, all over the country, all over the world really. But anyway, we're headed into the wilderness and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. So I just walked, I was walking up the trail. I'm gonna get out of here so that I don't disturb them too much. But I was walking up a trail and this female roughy right here, rough grouse, is doing like a broken wing. You can see her down there. She makes a noise like a cat. Flops around in the brush to try to lure me away because she had a bunch of little ones right there. I don't know if you could see the little ones or not, but there was probably 8 or 10 chicks back there, so she was trying to lure me away from her nest. So we're a little less than halfway. That's 12 miles to the camp tonight. Gaining quite a bit of elevation, but we're probably, I don't know, 4.5, 5 miles in. Stop, fill up water, grab a little bite to eat. The rest of the guys and gals are on horses and mules, and they're gonna come up behind us. They'll meet us up there this evening. We're almost there. Got less than a mile to go.
Is that?
Less than a mile. But now it's a mile of up. There's the pack train. Gotta let the string pass.
How's it going? Oh. You almost got it.
Almost. You can probably make it happen.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey guys.
How's it
How's
going?
it going?
Good.
Just about there.
All right.
Camp's right there.
Nice.
All right, it's the state line. We got Idaho over here, Montana back here. Pretty spectacular view. The Selway Bitterroot Wilderness. And if it wasn't for the smoke, there's wildfires all over the place. If it wasn't for the smoke, you can see a lot better, but it's pretty hazy right now. But camp should be right down here, quarter mile or so. So up here in these high elevations, you can find glacier lilies a lot, and you can eat the entire plant, bulb, flower, and everything. These are already past blooming, and the leaves are kind of dried up, but in the springtime these are one of the first things to pop up, and they're actually really good to eat. Got kind of a slight sweet flavor to it.
This last peak up here where it bowls out, there's a couple lakes up there. So we'll walk up there and do a little fishing.
How's the fishing in there?
It's awesome. A lot of little cutthroat west slopes.
Is that so? Where's the closest lake? Where do you get your water?
We get our water right down here.
So there's a small little lake down there?
Yep. And this see up here, it bowls out again, and there's another lake up top. So we'll hike up here, we'll fish, and that's west slope cutthroat again.
Yeah.
And there is fish in the bottom one, they're just small, and we get our water in this lake down here.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
How was
it? Good.
Yeah, she's been shooting since she's little, so
It was good.
How was it?
It was good. I'm a bit sore.
You're sore?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It's a wonderful, beautiful, beautiful place. It just kept getting more and more beautiful as we got higher and higher.
Yeah, pretty spectacular views up here.
Yeah.
Glacier lily.
Uh-huh.
It's got a smooth leaf, and it's a very nice tasting green. Actually, it actually also has bean-sized root that's edible that tastes like a cucumber. I don't know if we can.
That is actually pretty good.
It's a good, nice tasting plant. Right? The fireweed is over here, which is another common one. We were talking about it on the way up a little bit. Distinctive pink flowers. You can even start to see them coming in. And it's edible. Russians will make a tea out of it. Well, they'll get all these leaves, smash them like this, and leave them out for 4 or 5 days in the sun. It'll start to ferment, and then you dry it, and it makes a really nice tea. It's what they used in Russia before Ceylon tea became the big. There you go. Nice. Nate got a little tuber. So that's what here's what the root looks like. This will just peel off the skin. And who would like to sink their teeth in? A little thing.
Another one.
Go ahead. Who wants one?
All right.
Sure. Go ahead. You can share.
Thank you.
Are you gonna eat it?
But all in all, it's a pretty tasty little.
Maybe I'll split this.
I have another piece.
Not
You
bad.
wanna-
Oh, that's great.
It's like a white bean.
Yes.
Mmm.
What did it remind you of?
Like a really mild onion.
A very easy way to start a fire is with a lighter, and there's nothing wrong with having a lighter on you when you're up in the woods, but lighters can and will fail, so it's not the one thing you want to be relying on. But here's a little trick with the ferro rod. These big ones are nice because you can get a nice hot spark off of them.
What do you want to use to strike the ferro?
Typically, to strike a ferro rod, a lot of times they'll come with a little striker, but I've found those are all right. But my favorite is the back of the Leatherman saw, or anything that has a very sharp 90-degree corner on it. A lot of knives will have if you looked at them under a microscope, they'll kind of be rounded on the back edge, and they don't grab a great spark. You want something that's got a really sharp edge. And if you have a knife that you want to be good with your ferro rod and it doesn't scrape well, you can actually just hit it with a grinder really fast and make that edge on the back sharp. People usually, when you grab a ferro rod, you're going to be tempted to go like this and scrape the ferro rod forward, or the striker forward, and that'll work most of the time. But when you have really finicky tinder bundles, like maybe you've got a bunch of little feathery pieces of wood that you've cut and you've got it piled just right, it's actually better to pull your ferro rod back. That way you're not causing any, you're not hitting your tinder bundle. So you hold it. A lot of times if you want to get it nice and solid, I'll plant my fist into the ground that holds my Leatherman. Then I hold it kind of at a forward 45-degree angle, and with, you know, a good decent amount of pressure, you can make a nice hot spark, and it'll start right up. A good thing to have.
The dry grass will be sharing the beer.
She's trying to shake it.
It's up to
Let me give you a quick tip. Yeah. So you see how you're bumping your tinder bundle? All right. So like Jordan was saying, if you want to like anchor this hand and then bring it back like this, you can keep on bumping.
Compact. Yeah. So we'll grab it.
So
see, this stuff's kind of
this
damp.
forward just a little bit so that this edge catches.
Not all of it. It's fine to have some, but you want some dry stuff. So we'll focus here
just a little
work
more.
on this dry
there
stuff.
you go.
All right. And then we'll take.
See that right there?
Fluff it up good.
That's
it
good.
lets air get into your fire.
So that'll actually
And we'll try
burn
to, like,
once it starts going.
Hit it right here.
But you just need a little more speed, a little more pressure.
Not a good. No. So we'll take your saw out.
There you go. There you go.
Nice. Is this okay? A file. No, actually a file is kind of one
there
of the
she's
worst.
going.
Yeah. You want this. You want
so
this.
you need
like,
to actually put this.
Now what you want to do is instead of being out here, you want to be right here. See how this bends?
Yep. That's good.
Every time you use it.
There you go. So when you really need to start a fire, like this bundle of sticks need to be like, you need a big one.
Yeah.
Pieces. This was.
We'll cook more and try it again.
Well, see that sap? Just push that bubble and that sap comes out.
Can you do that again?
Yeah, watch that sap. You push the bubble and it just drips out sap. That's very flammable, and another nice thing about it is it'll make your old man's beard burn a lot longer. Oh, the sap is excellent for wound dressing. When I chopped my knee, I was telling you guys the other night with my axe, I got a bunch of sap. It was from a spruce tree. Put it on my wound, and I was shocked at the how well it healed, how no infection.
Nature's Neosporin.
Exactly. For when you get really wet, one of the best places to find dry wood would be a dead standing log. You know, it works better than trees that are falling over because they catch that rain and kind of absorb moisture. So what I'm gonna do is just split this log into some little pieces, and we'll try getting to that dry center wood and creating some feather sticks, which would be making small shavings of wood that are small enough and feathery enough to catch a spark. A lot of times people don't like splitting wood with an axe because the axe, when you swing it, if it doesn't split, it gets stuck in there and you gotta pull it out. There's a simple little trick for that. It's when you split it, if you hold your axe tightly with two hands and hit it at an angle like that, it applies a outward pressure. Let's get knotty wood. Some chunk. Cut into the middle of this wood and it'll be dry even in a wet situation. Then what we're gonna do is try to find a piece that has like a nice edge running down it without knots. So like this would be kind of a hard one to use. I'll split it some more and get a nice piece for you. And then you're just trying to get a nice curl going. So let's all grab one of these pieces of wood. You want to find one again that has a nice long lip like that. And if here's one. Oh, you got one already. Yeah, but it makes it harder.
Hold your blade the other angle. I mean, I guess you could try it like that.
How do you go from there to there?
You just sawed it like this, sawed it, cut it with your
Big one. There it is, flame.
Get my fire!
Dude,
Sweet.
All right.
it's amazing. you know, you'd want to have other stuff there. But
Did it. I'm a savage.
Next we're going to teach an Uni Knot, which is really handy for a number of things. It can replace a lot of those cinching knots. It's a great fishing knot. See, you got your wrapping around what you're tying, and you're just flipping over one end, and then we're going to wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Oh, I just did that great. Then we will cinch that up. That can work as a nice cinch knot that now won't come loose on my boot. So you can use that to cinch things down, like if you wanted to do a ridge pole for your shelter and to a tree, get it real nice and tight. If you wanted to cinch 2 sticks together, maybe making a ladder, and you wanted rungs that were on there real tight, you could cinch them on like that. Again, what we're doing is we're going here, we're wrapping over, and then you are gonna wrap your tag end around these 2 strings. So 1, 2, 3. And with paracord you can get away with 3. With a fishing line you'd want to do more than that. There you go, you got your little knot. Put out wood there.
Just make sure my loop is on the top.
Yeah.
There it is.
You got a good coal.
In my brain just, wow. I messed it up.
So if you if you look in there, you can see the coal burning. See that little orange?
Oh yeah.
actually igniting.
Come on, there it goes. There it goes. Wow.
Holy shit!
Keep it going. Beautiful. Good job.
Thank you. Thanks for the patience and the help.
All right, so it's afternoon of day 2. Did some fire starting today, shot some bows. Now we're headed up the hill to the closest lake. Let's see how cold the water is. That's probably 6:30-ish on Wednesday morning. Had a great time last couple of days, but it's time to go. I got to go out, but I've got about a 12-mile hike out, and then I've got about a 6-hour drive home. But anyway, hope you enjoyed seeing some of what Jordan has going on with some of his classes. It seemed like everybody seemed super happy with it. It's a very unique experience, so you know, if you want to experience something like that, you should definitely look into it, get in contact with Jordan. But it's, you know, for a lot of these people, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You know, horseback trip into the backcountry of Idaho. You're fishing for trout in high mountain lakes. You're learning all sorts of, you know, bushcraft and wilderness survival skills from a, you know, super talented guy and a really good guy. So definitely check it out, and we will see you guys real soon. Peace out.